It's Week 14 of the NFL. We'll get a look at Joe Burrow. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Bengals and the Colts, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor's. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
The numbers for Mixon last week: 17 carries, 81 yards, and a touchdown.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
11, 12.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down.
11.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
First down. Here's Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. You look at this Colt defense. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Burrow. That one behind his receiver and incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by an exciting athlete. 4th overall pick of the draft out of Florida, Anthony Richardson.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And this is going to be a Colts first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. The Colts at 500 hit 6-6. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Running left, Taylor shoves him away. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On third down, here's Taylor. And some room to work. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
11 MT. 11,
They will
11,
throw
11.
on first down with Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. That'll give him 8 that time. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
1-1, ready?
Now it's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. 1st and 10, it's Richardson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Richardson. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
And the Colts 1st down.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 89 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. On 1st down, Richardson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Richardson back to throw it. And he'll find Pittman. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
This pass left side to Downs. Only a yard of the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
In motion right is Pittman. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Downs, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
On 1, ready?
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. DeForest Buckner has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll look to throw here. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. Alec Pierce, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now it's Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this. Back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. But that's always a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there. That opened the door for a better chance for the defense to get a hand on it, and that's just what we saw there.
And even if the odds increase a little bit because it's a longer field goal attempt, it's still difficult to get hands on the football and create a block. Big-time excitement for that unit, getting through and knocking that one away.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down. Richardson looking to throw this. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Jones on the return. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 1st down. Here's Burrow. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Under pressure, they got him again. Samson Abuka in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
11 MT, take.
This time they stay on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 23. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
And the Colts 1st down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Come on. Check, hurt.
Richardson on the bootleg here. They'll roll him out right. And he's got Pierce. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
A final shot before the half. Richardson. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley Cox, the tight end. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Street.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Here's Richardson to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here, but that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a 4th down.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's Jones. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half.
Here we go.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
11.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Here we go.
Cincinnati Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's good for 28 yards.
On 1, ready?
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. Touchdown Bengals. Jamar Chase from 6 yards away. And the Bengals get a bit closer. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now Richardson back to throw it. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
107 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a first down.
From the 6. 19 Lions.
Now it's Richardson. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll get this one complete there to Pittman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle, because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of the play that looked like it was in trouble.
Richardson on 3rd and short. Hard throw, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And Gay knocks this one through, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Joe Burrow and the Bengals set to go back on offense. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter, and continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time?
They were really good on the last drive. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Burrow will throw. This pass complete to Higgins. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
42.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 113 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
The Colts on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
A 52-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests.
Gun.
But in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The LSU connection, Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
11.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. This goes out wide from Nixon. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Face mask. Defense.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Burrow. And it'll be intercepted. Thomas. And the Colts will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5. Richardson. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he'll be out right at the 35. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a Zach Taylor's made the decision. He's going to go ahead and throw out the red challenge.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They go play action with Richardson. He'll buy some time right. That is caught, and he'll be out right at the 35. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Now that's a big pickup right there. And
plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Off play action. Richardson delivers another one to Pierce. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A really good pickup of 28 yards. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
His throw incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To the air again, Burrow. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Hey, we got to keep going.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get your reset. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Burrow looking to pass. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
11, mighty. 12.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
At the 19-yard line.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And there's the stiff arm. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game, the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Matt Gay to kick off for the Colts.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
A final shot now for Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And Boyd going to pick up a Bengals first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it was their defense that really